It's my time to shine, get up out my way. It's my time to shine, get up out my way.
So my mom is about to make lasagna because I came home back from college just for this long weekend and I'm so excited. So she got the lasagna noodles, she got natural sea salt, she has oregano leaves, she has black pepper, rosemary, basil leaves. We use these type of lasagna noodles, and we also have water to boil, and these are all the seasoning. Oh, and then we have fennel seeds. So yeah, these are all the products. So some of the products that we're gonna use to start the lasagna. So I will see you guys in the next clip. Okay, so now you guys just seen some of the ingredients we're gonna use, and now we're gonna move on to the onions and the garlic
for the meat sauce.
So yeah. Oh. So in the last clip, you guys just seen some of the ingredients we're gonna use, and now I'm showing you guys the ingredients for the meat sauce. It's onions and garlic, and now my mom's gonna show you what to do.
So I'm gonna start my process off with a hot non-stick skillet, grapeseed oil. I already put some in there. I'll show you a little bit more in there. This is not the pan I'm gonna make the meat sauce in, but this is this process starting. So first I start with fennel seeds. This is my base for the sauce, the meat sauce. So I put the seeds in first and let them open up. So you start off with 2 organic garlic cloves. You mince them, and about half of a chopped onion. I use sweet onions, Vidalia sweet onions, and then I'm going to add this to the pan.
When you put them in, you should always hear a sizzle.
Yep, because you want the pan to already be hot. I don't want anything to burn, so I'm going to turn it down low. I'm just going to saute this until the onions start to caramelize or brown. And if you could smell it, you would know it smells great. And I have a stuffy nose and I can still smell it. So putting the fennel seeds in here, you know, if you want to Google them, it's a very original pasta sauce ingredient, fennel seeds. Not many people use them anymore, but it gives it a real authentic Italian taste to the lasagna. I take my lasagna very seriously. And so then I'll add some salt and pepper, and then we'll show you also the kind of ground beef we use real quick. I'm using 80% lean, 100% all natural ground beef. Is 20% fat. You want some fat in there. It makes it good. And we'll talk in the next clip about the tomatoes.
So we are back, and we're starting the second stage of the meat, and the filling is over there. It's the filling.
So guys, during the break I added basil and oregano and salt and pepper, just so you know. You have to season it. So this is going to take a long time. Some parts of it is still a little frozen, so that's why some parts are more cooked than others. So I'm going to turn it up, not too high. I'm going to put it in medium high and keep chopping it, because I like my ground beef finely chopped. Some people add sausage. I don't eat pork, so I don't add sausage. So that's that. So the filling is ricotta, and we're adding 2 eggs to a cup of ricotta. This is part skin, you can use whole. You add some salt to it, about a tablespoon or half a tablespoon, of some Parmesan cheese. You add that to ricotta. That's why you can add less salt, because Parmesan cheese has a lot of salt in it. You add some basil, so you'll see the herbs in the ricotta. It just looks prettier to me. It tastes a little bit better and looks pretty. Oh, I also add a couple of sprigs, just a few of rosemary to the meat sauce. God bless you. So, just gonna fold the eggs in here, and then I'll usually use my whisk. I like to use a whisk because I feel like it mixes stuff. I don't necessarily use it to whisk. I just feel it mixes it better. But some people, I don't think you use a blender for this because you don't want it whipped. Anyway, so sometimes I'll add cheese, more different kinds of cheese, but I'm not going to do that because I'm using several cheeses in my lasagna. Most people use mozzarella, maybe some cheddar, but you'll see in the next clip after the meat sauce is done, all the cheeses. It's a lot of work because it's not all packaged. Some of it I have to shave or shred it. So that's the lengthy process of it. But yeah, so I'm going to leave this. I'm going to cover it, put it in the refrigerator because I don't need this anytime soon because the meat sauce is going to cook for about an hour. Even though it's going to be mostly done, you just want the flavors to marinate or whatever. So I'm going to let this sit in the refrigerator while I'm waiting. I don't like a lot of ricotta, so I use very thin layers in my lasagna because it will get very fluffy and sometimes it's too much. So I just like to add a thin layer of ricotta in the lasagna. I'm probably going to make 2 pans, or I have a very large pan, so we'll see. That's it. I'll be back.
So right now we have the meat sauce simmering, and we're just cooking it for about an hour. And now I'm gonna have my mother explain what sauces are in the meat sauce.
Some people will buy stuff like Prego or Ragu sauce. What I do is cheaper and it's actually better quality. I added about 4 to 5 cans of tomato paste, any brand tomato paste, 4 cans of stewed tomatoes. That's why you'll see like big chunks of tomato in here. What you want to do is you chop it up as you cook the lasagna. 3 large cans of tomato sauce, and tomato puree. I save, hold on right there. I save my can of puree towards the end because if you find that you don't have enough spaghetti sauce, because like this meat sauce is very thick, and if you want it to be more spreadable and your layers to be thinner, just add tomato puree to the meat sauce and it'll thin it out. But right now this is just gonna cook. It's really already done. Ignore the loud baby in the background. It's really already done, but the flavors and stuff need to meld together, so you just cook it for about an hour, and then I'll add this tomato puree if I need it, and then I'm going to cook my noodles, and then our next scene will be the cheeses, and that's it.
So now we are headed to the cheese stage, and this is all the cheese we have. We have Munster, we have aged Swiss,
garlic and herb, cheddar,
and herb,
extra sharp,
cheddar, extra sharp,
mozzarella next,
mozzarella,
and more cheddar. And we have special feature cheese, the smoked Gouda. Really good cheese. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's really good. And scalloped potatoes too. You know, when you slice the potatoes up and you bake it in a dish, the smoked Gouda gives it a really good taste. It's very expensive. This is like a $7 wheel of cheese, $7 and some change. And then we have some Cracker Barrel. I like to shred some of my cheese to add, even though I have all this packaged cheese. Shredded cheese is fresher. It has a better melt quality. I have the world's worst Dollar Tree shredder, and this is going to be very tedious. As you can see, the holes are very small, but when we moved, I didn't bring my good shredder, so this is about to be a pain in the ass, and this cheese is hard to shred. But we will show you the end result. You don't have to watch the painful process. That's it.
So right now we're going to discuss how we're gonna layer the lasagna. So this is the process right now, and my mom's gonna explain how she's gonna do it for you guys.
Okay, so in the pan you start with tomato paste or puree. I use puree. Put a thin layer on the bottom of the pan. You don't have to, but it makes it a better lasagna. And I sprinkle a little Parmesan. And then I start layering the noodles. I didn't finish cooking my noodles because they're firmer that way. So what you do is when you're done, maybe boil them for like 3-4 minutes. Pour the hot water off of them and then sit them in cold water so it keeps them firm so they're not falling apart when you're trying to layer them. That's something I learned after many years of making lasagna. Not something I automatically did. But yeah, so I'm just gonna layer this, and then our next layer will be ricotta, and we'll come back and show you that. The bottom layer can be ugly because no one's gonna really see that.
So now we're on the cheese layering process, and my mom's gonna take over and explain how she did this process.
Okay, so again, I had showed you guys how many different kinds of cheeses I use. But I also have another tip. Like if you're gonna use cheeses like Munster and Swiss, I like to put them on the bottom layer because these are cheese that melt easy like cheddar and mozzarella. So you want to put them on the bottom. That way they melt easier. So all my Swiss and Munster, get out of here, little girl. All those cheeses are on the bottom. And then the rest of the cheddar and stuff, it can be layered any old kind of way. So next is going to come a layer of the meat sauce and then the rest of the stuff. And we'll show you.
Okay, you guys, so this is the finished product. You can see all the shredded cheese. I believe the shredded cheese on top is the smoked Gouda. So yeah, this is the finished product. We also, during cooking, we also made fried chicken, a bunch of pieces of fried chicken, and we also made a little one, a little baby lasagna. So yeah, that is the finished product.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.